the first problem here, we're gonna do a little plot the data points in the xy coordinates. So basically this is actually scatter plots. So a couple ways to do that. One is you use the StatsCrunch, which in this particular problem you're not supposed to. Certainly you could, but I'm gonna check it. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit here. So the first point is when x is 0, y is 11. So let's check. By looking at the first graph, when x is 0, seems to me this is something very small. Seems like it's 1. So when x is 0, this is 1. So I'm going to rule this out. The second one is the same. The part A and part C is the same. Part B, when x is 0, it seems to be 11. Actually, it is. And this is the same. So the first points, using the first points, we can rule out these two. We are going to narrow it down to the next two. And then let's check the next point, which is 5. And when x is 5, y is 6. Now, when x is 5, let's take a look at this graph. Let's zoom in this graph. Let me delete these two. So we already see when x is 5, this is 16. Seems to me this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. So when x is 5, it's right here. It's right here. And this seems to be 2, 4, 6. So this point is actually, this graph has this point. So with that, let's close this one and then compare to the other one. The other one doesn't seem to be right? So I'm gonna erase all this now. The second one, this is 5. This is 5, but this seems to be 9. This is 9. So therefore we can, this is 5. This seems to be 9. So we can rule out this this possibility. So we can check. This must be the correct one. Now the second question is there a linear relationship between x and y? Please explain. What is a linear? Obviously, the pattern that you see from this graph is something like this, right? The linear means straight line. This certainly is not straight line, so I'm not going to say a linear pattern exists. So I'm gonna check no, because it's not a linear relationship here.